feeling like you need to fix things now. You're constantly focusing on what's missing and you're in a panic because it is nowhere near fixed. If this is happening, something else is going on. I am Pauline and I am so happy you are here because you can feel this need, this urge to fix things now. Whatever it is, whatever you notice missing or broken or not good enough, there is this sense of urgency that tells you you need to fix this now or else. And I want to take that pressure away for you. You are doing so well in trying to fix the fearful avoidant attachment style. And in this video, we're just gonna make it a little bit easier. So I remember so well when I had these moments, sometimes it was hours, sometimes it was days or weeks, where I would just go in panic mode because I felt like I had to fix something right now. And it could be that that was a breakup urge, like my relationship is not good, I need to break up now. And it was a physical feeling of this needs to happen now because or else something bad will happen. But it was also a little bit more along my healing journey, further along my healing journey, when I would notice things not working the way I wanted to, or I would get triggered, and then I would realize that I was struggling with something, and there was this urgency that kicked in that told me, well, you need to fix this now, like it needs to be fixed yesterday. And this brought on so many extra problems that I also see in the people that go through my programs. If you want to fix things now or have them fixed like yesterday, there is so much resistance in your body. And because of that, you are not seeing clearly the path to healing. Because you're so focused on this shouldn't be there, this shouldn't be there, this shouldn't be there, all kinds of judgments towards what you're feeling and what you're going through, which makes sense. I'll come back to that. But it makes healing so much harder and makes it take longer. So your fear brain is telling you this sense of urgency is helping you speed up. If you don't have this sense of urgency, nothing is going to happen. You're not going to heal. And this will be here forever. So you need to fix this now or it will never happen. And that's just a big fat lie. So what it actually does is just focus. It lets you focus only on what is not right and what is broken, and associate so many big things with that. If I don't fix this now, I will be unhappy forever. If I don't fix this now, I will be hurting my partner. If I don't fix this now, I will be unsafe. And that is the one that is underlying everything else. So what is actually happening when you have this sense of urgency of needing to fix things now is perfectionism in overdrive. So you may have noticed, you may have realized that you maybe struggle with perfectionism. Chances are quite high when you're a fearful avoidant that you struggle with perfectionism. And that is because we were taught when we were young, overtly or covertly, like your parent could say it, or it would just be something you picked up, that you will only be safe when you're perfect. So it could be that your parent was overly critical and judgmental and you felt like you couldn't do anything right ever. Or it could be that they just withdrew their love, or it was just a very chaotic environment. There was abuse going on. And as a child, you will always decide that when I am perfect, then none of this will happen. It's the way we feel like we are in control. Because if as a child we would think and conclude that, wait, my parent is not reliable, my parent is not there for me when I need them, that is something that we can't fix. We can't do anything about that. And so that is way too threatening. So what we do is we think, okay, if I'm perfect, then my parent will be there for me consistently and reliably. And they won't get mad at me, and they won't abuse me, and they won't be judgmental or critical of me. Another big fat lie. But that is just how we cope. It's not bad. It's not wrong. It's so logical, having been through what you've been through. So it's perfectionism in overdrive because you're not trying to be perfect to be liked or to not be abandoned, which would be the case for the anxious preoccupied. You are trying to be perfect to be safe. There is something in you, your fear brain, that is telling you if you are not perfect, you will be unsafe. Bad things will happen. You will actually be attacked physically, verbally, in whatever way. And it could actually be that you were never physically attacked, but you still feel that fear because your fear brain will just project onto the present moment what that fear would look like now. So that is maybe a topic for a different video. Do you want a video on that? Let me know in the comments below. But that makes this perfectionism that you have different from other people's perfectionism because you need to be safe. And that also explains the sense of urgency. Because obviously, if you're unsafe when you're not perfect or things are not perfect, your relationship is not perfect, your life is not perfect, then you need to fix this now, because if you don't, you will be unsafe until this is fixed. But that puts so much pressure on you and on healing that you actually kind of stop yourself in your tracks. You maneuver yourself into a situation where it's really hard to get out because you're judgmental of yourself now. You're critical of yourself now. You're attacking yourself now, saying you need to have this fixed. Why haven't you fixed this? Why aren't you perfect? And all of that energy could go towards healing, but we need to look at it a different way. So that's what we're going to do now. And what also contributes to this is that you feel like you are already working from a deficit. What I mean by that is you feel like you're not good enough. You feel like there's fundamentally something wrong with you, that you are fundamentally flawed. And so when you see something that needs to be fixed, you're like, oh man, I should not have this because I'm already in a deficit. I'm already 10 steps behind. And so everything that is wrong, could be wrong, is broken, could be interfering with you being perfect. It feels like that is just unacceptable. It's not possible. And it feels very threatening because there's already fundamentally something wrong with you. So at least you need to fix this little thing that you found out you're wrong in. The thing is that for a fearful avoidant, you may feel like you're working towards good enough, but good enough doesn't really exist for a fearful avoidant. Good enough is perfect. And so the whole concept of the fact that your fear brain believes that you are in a deficit, you're working from a deficit, and that you're not good enough, and that you have to be perfect, all of that whole construction is a lie. It's not true. It's not truth. Because every single person on planet Earth in the whole world is not perfect. They mess up, they make mistakes, they hurt people, they do things they don't want to do, they regret things, they feel shame, they feel guilt about things that they have done or think that they are. And yet, there are so many people who are really happy and feel safe while making mistakes, while not being perfect. So there's that belief that you are fundamentally flawed, that you work from a deficit, that you are 10 steps behind, that you need to be perfect and then you'll be safe. Those are beliefs. Those are not truths. You are not in the same situation that you were in when you were a child, when you were powerless, and you needed your parents to be reliable consistently. You are your reliable and consistent source of safety right now. And I know that that's hard to hear when you're struggling so much and you feel like you are not functioning well, and you have these time periods where you just retreat and go into a shame spiral, and you want to lay in bed and not do anything because you feel like you're doing everything wrong. It's hard to hear that you are the reliable source of safety, but it is in you. You don't have to do extra things. You don't have to upkeep this perfect image. You don't have to work really hard to be your own source of safety. It is actually the opposite. It is letting go of beliefs. It is letting go of fears and negative associations around safety and around being taken care of, and reliability. And what I have found in my healing journey is that actually releasing was usually the one thing I wanted to do. I always felt like I had to work more, do more, take more action, be perfect, be productive. But looking back over the past 15 years that I have been healing, it hasn't taken 15 years to heal the fearful avoidant attachment style, but I have been using the emotional freedom technique for 15 years. I know that every single moment that I have focused on healing has brought me the most. And it was actually taking care of myself and being loving towards myself and being reliable and being there for me. And you don't have to be consistent. It's not a bad thing to go in ebbs and flows, to sometimes be like on top of the world and you think you can do that, and then having periods of not being able to do much. It could be just that your body needs rest, and we have a lot of negative associations around rest as a fearful avoidant. That is also a topic for a different video. If you want that, let me know in the comments below, because I just want to make all the videos that will help you. So when you feel this sense of urgency of having to have things fixed right now, it is hard to allow yourself to actually fix it. You don't need to be fixed because you're whole and perfect and lovable as you are at the core. There's just layers and layers of fears, negative beliefs, untruths. And you can release all of those. These are just beliefs that you can release. They are not the truth. They are not a universal truth. They are not the truth of you, about your life and who you are. So when you notice this fear of urgency, know that you are safe, even if it doesn't feel like it. And what the mindset shift is that you need is that let this be a process. Allow yourself to be a process and to let healing be a process. It is not realistic, nor is it fair to expect yourself to fix something right now, have it be fixed right now. You will always be able to find something that is missing. There will not be a point in your life where nothing is missing, but there will be a point in your life where you're healed to the point that you're not focused on what is missing. You are focused on what is here. And that means that you feel fulfilled and you feel safe. You don't need everything. You don't need perfection to feel safe, to be safe. You don't need perfection to be loved deeply, fully, thoroughly. These are just belief constructs that need to be changed. So instead of you working so incredibly hard to get everything to be perfect, to fix everything right now, focus that energy on healing the roots of the fearful avoidant attachment style, on healing these belief constructs that are creating this sense of urgency and this panic that you need to be fixed now. Because the truth is that everybody is imperfect. Every single person on planet Earth is imperfect. You are not different. You are not special in the regard that you are the only one on planet Earth that needs to be perfect. And so the most loving thing that we can do, and also the most safe thing we can do, is allowing this to be a process. If you find something that you want to fix because nothing needs to be fixed, You are good as you are. You are more than enough as you are. But if there's something that you want to fix, allow it to be a process and love yourself through the process. This means giving yourself grace. This means telling yourself, you know what, I'm tired and that's okay. You have it in you to heal. You have everything you need to heal. Also when you're tired, also when you're exhausted, also when you just feel like you can't move on, you can't go on. You have everything in you to heal. Your body is helping you, even if you don't do anything. If you allow yourself to rest, you're healing. Just intending to heal, focusing your energy on healing, will cause you to heal. So you don't need to work, you don't need to struggle, you don't need to perform, you don't need to prove anything, and it definitely does not need to happen now. You're safe. You're safe. And this sense of urgency is only hindering you. So when that comes up, tell yourself, I'm allowing this to be a process. It does not need to be fixed right now. It's good that I noticed this and I want to heal it. I don't need to heal it right now. It is allowed to be a process, and that will allow you to move with your body, to let the wisdom of your body help you in healing and just doing whatever you need and you feel like doing. Healing can actually be such a beautiful process. It doesn't need to be painful. It doesn't need to be a lot of work. And I so want that for you. If you don't know, this is why I have my online program, Healed and Happy. You can find the link in the description below. And in that program, we go to the roots of the fearful avoidant attachment style. And we heal them with the emotional freedom technique and a lot of other techniques and mindset shifts that you need in order to heal. And we're here for you. I'm here for you. My team is here for you to guide you through that. It is a custom, tailor-made, how do you say that, track. So you go through it at your own pace and you get the healing, the modules, the tools that you need in every moment. We are here for you, and we are here to give you what you need in your healing journey in any moment. So there's no you conforming to us, it's us conforming to you. The program isn't conforming to you, because every healing journey is different, is unique, and is beautiful. And so that's why I created that program, to be tailor-made, so that whenever there's something coming up for you, that's what we're healing. That's what we're working on. And we're going to the roots of the fearful avoidant attachment style, because those took me about 12 years to find. And I don't want to put you through that. I don't want to say, okay, go ahead and find your roots, because the roots are universal. And so you heal all of those, and then you'll notice that you will feel so much more free, so much more at peace, so much more relaxed. And things like this urgency of needing to fix things now, they just vanish. And you know that you are worthy of everything: love, rest, freedom. And that is what I want for you more than anything. I am so happy you are here, and I will see you in the next one. Healed and Happy is a tailor-made online program where me and my team personally guide you through healing the roots of a fearful avoidant attachment style.